You know, it used to be when you would use the words Las Vegas and history in one sentence, people thought you were complaining about the fact that we don't have any history. Nothing could be farther from the truth. In fact, we have tourists and locals alike who love to visit our historic places, such as Floyd Lamb Park at Tule Springs. And now we have a new historic preservation officer who is dying to uncover and continue to embrace our history here in Las Vegas. And to say that she is uniquely qualified for the job is an understatement. Dr. Diane Seabrand hit the ground running as our new historic preservation officer. Only weeks into taking the post, she's meeting with the grants manager of the Neon Museum in their warehouse, learning more about the internationally acclaimed museum and determining how she can further expose our entertainment history to the public. This is a bit more glamorous than where and what she did for much of her career in historic preservation. Dr. Seabrand was a contractor with the U.S. State Department in Iraq for 7 years.
And what that means is we did a number of projects, bricks and mortar projects, or more soft diplomacy, human-to-human projects. And some of the projects that I managed included the refurbishments at the Iraq National Museum, which many people saw the unfortunate looting of during the height of the war in 2003.
Aside from brick and mortar projects, Dr. Seabrand worked with archaeologists there, bringing them up to date on techniques to preserve their history.
So we were able to come in and send a lot of those Iraqi specialists to different museums and institutions, universities in the United States. And they were able to either do a workshop or an internship or some type of programming lasting from a couple weeks to several months and interacting with their American counterparts. And that they were able to bring that knowledge and that skill set back to Iraq.
She also did some work with the military on cultural awareness. As she explained, during the beginning of the war, construction was unknowingly done on or near sensitive archaeological areas.
We're able to put forth programs that trained soldiers, airmen, Marines on how to respect that cultural heritage. And since then, there have been now contingencies in place that when the military is going to build a base, they need to do an archaeological survey. And if they find pottery or they find anything that looks ancient or historical, they need to engage with the local archaeology community.
Now the city of Las Vegas will be the beneficiary of her experiences across the world.
My experience running and managing and maintaining projects like that to success is what I think I'm bringing to the city of Las Vegas for your heritage here.
Dr. Seabrand has wasted no time exploring some of our historical spots like the Boneyard and Floyd Lamb Park at Tule Springs, but says our history here goes back farther than the time we were established as a city.
Most people think of the history of Las Vegas from that 1905 mark. And yes, it is. That's when the Europeans came here, and that is the European history, but it goes back further than that. What attracted me to come here was to learn more about that. I'm always happy to learn things. I'd never want to stop learning. and find out, talk to people, get out in the communities, get out to the different sites, get out to the different venues and talk to the museum curators here, talk to the archaeologists here, and find out what's important to them.
She hopes to grow public awareness on all of our history. She believes there's a real thirst among locals and tourists to learn more about our past and draws an interesting correlation between our neon beginnings and our Wild West history.
Fremont Street, you know, there were the lines of people waiting to get their picture under the martini sign. And at the park, there were people taking pictures next to all these old buildings. And to me, what that says is that even if the people don't really know the history of why that thing or that material culture is important, they find it relevant enough to take a picture with it.
Dr. Seabrand's love for uncovering the past and preserving it will serve us well as we continue to show the world that the entertainment capital of the world is rich in history and culture as well.
I bring with me, I think, a diversity that is able to cover, again, the whole history of Las Vegas, from the dinosaurs that were here to the, the first peoples that were here to the Paiutes that were here and the European settlers that came in. And then I'm just able to help with that. Just before coming to Las Vegas, Dr. Seabrand was a freelance historic preservation officer in Washington, D.C. Welcome to Las Vegas, Dr. Seabrand.